Hi guys, and welcome back to another video from The Witcher 3 A Wild Hunt. Now this one is another one of the Bestiary guides, but it's for a creature called the Ignis Fatuus. Very, very strange name, but there's a reason for that. I'll explain in a bit. Okay, so it's actually a contract you have to take out. It's a Witcher contract for something called the Swamp Thing. And as you see, I've just shown you where it was on the map and the contract that you can select. I can't remember where I picked it up. It was either off a notice board or a character I met who told me about this thing. So follow the instructions on the top right there. Find out what's killing people in the fog. You come to this location and examine the clues as you go. Of course, as usual, using your Witcher senses, you'll find the clues highlighted in red on the screen. And finally, you make your way to this particular part. It's not too long actually. It doesn't take long. You find this guy lying on the ground here, saying, and Geralt's saying, okay, he thinks he's dealing with an old Foglet. Now, Foglets I've already met. I haven't done a video on those yet, but I will do soon. But here's one of them coming up for you. So once you've discovered that, you get your Bestiary entry added. So let's go and have a look at the entry and see exactly what we're dealing with here. Okay, it's down here somewhere. There he is. Okay, so the Ignis Fatuus, the monster haunting the peat bogs of Valen, turned out to be an ancient Foglet. There are exceptionally long-lived creatures. Some have even dwelt on this earth for over 200 years, growing stronger and stronger all the while. Blows dealt by Foglets of such an age can carry so much power, blocking them is out of the question. These Foglets possess the ability to move extremely quickly, and not even Earden can slow them down. Furthermore, they can meld completely into the mist and then suddenly rematerialize to strike from behind. Sounds painful, right? Wearing heavy armor or making good use of the Quen sign is highly recommended. Okay, so Quen sign and necrophage oil are vulnerable to. There was a bomb there, I can't remember what it's called, but I'm pretty sure I didn't have it. So I'm going to arm the Quen sign and make my way forward to take this beast on. Okay, yes, now I want to make sure I've got the right oil. It's the necrophage, was it necrophage oil? Yep, that one. So select the oil and apply it to your silver sword just by clicking on it. You see that little droplet appears in the bottom left hand of the icon for your silver sword. That means the oil is applied. It lasts a certain amount of time, but it will make your weapon do more damage to creatures of this type, the ones that are vulnerable to this particular oil. Okay, so just as you come up to this, you see another bloodied body of a horse, I think that is, on the ground, and you've got make sure you're using your senses, and you can uncover this illusion that is hiding the entrance to the cave. Okay, so you make your way down into the mouth of the cave, and there's some quite nice lighting effects at the top there, these phosphorescent sort of bioluminescent lights. Pretty cool. No idea what they are, but I'm sure they're based on something reality. And here we go, up against our Ignis Fatuus. Now, the Ignis Fatuus is actually based on something a phenomenon that happens in real life. It's a phosphorescent light that you can see hovering over swamp ground at night time. It's they reckon it's basically caused by combustion of gases emitted by organic matter over swamps and stuff. So it is actually based on a real life thing, but of course in The Witcher the thing behind it is one of these fellas. Now, isn't he beautiful? Look at that, whole entire guts ripped out. Okay, now what you need to do with this guy is, as soon as you start the match, hit the Quen sign so that you've got your protective barrier. You still need to use the dodge button. I recommend that, and just remembering that you've got the Quen sign as a single hit shield for the first time he manages to hit you. As soon as he's hit you, and he will, it basically means you won't get hurt. That individual hit, the Quen sign protects you from the first hit. Make sure you use the dodge button as soon as he appears, because he will try and hit you as soon as he appears out of the mist. When he does get hold of you, you've got the Quen sign to protect you. And by then, of course, you've waited for a fair amount of time, and you'll be protected from that first hit. Now, I did get hit there, as you can see how much damage he does, and I'm about level 15 at this point, so it's a hell of a swipe. So make sure you use the tactics of the Quen sign and the dodge. If you've got the relevant bomb, of course, then use that, but I reckon having the oil that I've got on the sword is actually helping me deal a lot of damage to him. He's only a little bit off being killed now. Okay, and there's one other thing I noticed is if you stand still when you're in the fog here, you can see where he is, you can see the moving piece of fog, and it's only when you move does he choose to reveal himself and he'll go for a strike. So if you can avoid that, roll behind him and stab him in the back. That is always the best way to take these guys on. Okay, so remember to pick up all the items off your dead body, and of course you get a nice little weapon there and a Foglet trophy off the dude, which is pretty useful. Yes, of course, Geralt has to actually, having picked up the trophy, has to then cut off his head. Very nice. And this trophy, what it does, it will allow you 5% bonus gold from anything you pick up. So that's very handy to have, so attach that to your horse if you're after more gold. Don't forget to have a good look around in the cave here. There is some additional loot, including the Ursine Silver Sword, the superior model, which you have to upgrade to get it. But if you've got the base weapon, that will help you. There is a treasure hunt you can get all of those on, but don't worry. Now, I just wanted to show you what happens at the end when you go to collect your reward. It is kind of a typical thing that The Witcher 3 seems to be supporting, is that Geralt isn't necessarily always a nice guy. You can do nice things, and believe me, it's worth doing because you'll get some rewards off your citizens that you're helping out. You will get stuff off them. However, in this case, you're kind of left with two choices. He's there to demand his money, and the guy hasn't paid exactly what he'd agreed to pay you. So he's saying that give him some time and he'll pay you twice. Now you've got two choices here. Most of the time you'd think, well, okay, you can pay the sum now, pay it me now, but his other option is actually, alright, see you in a week and you can give me double. So you don't have an option of saying, forget about it mate, I want to be Mr. Nice Guy. You can only be Mr. Nasty. You can just decide if you want to wait a week to be that guy. So if you decide, I would say wait a week because you can end up getting double the amount of money. It's definitely worth doing. And as you go, so Geralt has to disappear off. If you meditate for, I guess, 7 days, you can do that, or you can go around, do something else and come back like I did. And here you go. You come back to the guy, and just to prove that actually does work, let's have a little chat with him.
Greetings.
I want my coin. Where is it?
There, take it. Twice the sum, as agreed. I keep my word.
Sure, second time around. Never mind. Thank you and farewell.
There you go. So Geralt has followed through on his promise to return and has actually doubled what he was going to be paid for the job. Brilliant. So there we go, contract Swamp Thing, but we've met our first sort of Foglet, or our first major Foglet, called the Ignis Fatuus, and that's it, game over. So just leave you here with a moment to look at this beautiful game. I'll be back to you soon with another episode from The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Hope you enjoyed this. Please remember to subscribe, leave a like down below, and leave a comment. Let me know how you're getting on with the game. Thanks a lot, guys. See you soon.